Hi, what's going on? My name is Anant. I'm the founder of SendMails.io, and in this video, I'm going to teach you how to set up your SendMails account step by step. Doesn't matter if you're not so tech savvy, you're 50 years old or you're 15 years old, have no clue about how email marketing works, how to set up your email marketing account. I'm going to make sure that I'll hold your hand till the very end until you launch your very first campaign. So make sure you stick to this video till the very end, and I'm going to make sure that you're able to launch your first campaign with SendMails.io. But the very first thing that I want you to do is go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We already have more than 60 videos where we have answered most of your questions, right? So make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel and you join our Facebook community. I'm going to put link to both of these in my description below. So join this community because as you can see over here, I'm taking your feedback and I'm personally answering to all your questions over here. And I'm answering to all your issues that you might have, right? So someone from my team or I personally am going to come and help you out, set up your SendMails account, right? So the very first thing is subscribe to the channel. Just pause the video for a while, subscribe to the channel, go and join the Facebook community and come back, right? Now that you have subscribed to the channel, the next thing what we want to do is take you through the platform. So at this point, what I'm assuming is that you already have the access to SendMails.io, and I'm going to teach you how to set up your SendMails account. Now, as you already know, as we have already advertised in our videos, that SendMails is a platform that allows you to connect your own SMTP server so that you can send emails at a fraction of cost, right? That's exactly what we do. So most popular email marketing platform, they use SMTP server behind the scene to send those emails. And what we do is we allow you to connect your own SMTP server so that you don't pay much. You don't pay crazy amount of hefty monthly fees to those email marketing provider, because every single email marketing platform is using SMTP behind the scene, right? And what I want you to do is create your own SMTP account so that you can send emails at a fraction of cost. Now, I'm going to take you through this entire tutorial, but this is the guide that I want you to follow because, it's like the getting started guide for you, right? It's going to take you through, talk about what is SendMails, what is SMTP and how to launch your very first campaign, right? So this is the guide that you want to refer to. And as we go through this video, I'm going to take you through this guide itself to launch your very first campaign. I'm going to put the link of this guide in the description below so you can check it out. And if you want, you can open the guide by your side so that you can follow along with the video and you can also follow through this guide, right? So just pause the video, go to the link, open the guide in the next tab. And in this video, we are going to make sure that we are setting up this account for you, right? So this is not a video where you'll just watch and go. Right? Make sure you have your SendMails account with you so that we set it up right now. Okay? So have your SendMails account now and we are going to set it up. So the very first thing we need to do is choose the right SMTP server, and what we recommend is Amazon SES, because Amazon SES charge you $1 for every 10,000 emails you send. Can you imagine this? Right? A lot of popular email marketing platforms are charging $99 for storing 10,000 contacts. And here Amazon SES, with the best deliverability, with the best reputation in the market, is charging you $1 for every 10,000 emails you send. So I have done a cost comparison, and Amazon SES out of all the SMTP server is the cheapest among all. But the only challenge with Amazon SES is it's quite difficult for the beginners to understand and set it up. And this is where I'm going to come in and help you out, set up your Amazon SES account, right? Not just I'm going to help you set up your Amazon SES account. We're going to connect it with SendMails. We're going to verify your domain. We are going to get the approval from Amazon SES. so that you're ready to launch your very first campaign. Now, one of the advantage of using Amazon SES is that you don't pay them on a monthly basis. They send you the bill at the end of the month once you have used their services. So let's say you have sent 10,000 emails, you're going to get a bill for $1 at the end of the month. Imagine, right? You're not going to pay them monthly, right? If you don't send emails this month, guess what? You're not going to pay anything, right? So that's the advantage that you get with Amazon SES. You only pay for the number of emails you send, right? And the moment you connect Amazon SES with SendMails.io, you can send emails at a fraction of cost. I'm so sorry for keep promoting my software again and again. I'm very obsessed with SendMails.io. But yeah, let me just take you through, how do we set up Amazon SES? So the very first thing you need to do is you need to create a AWS account, right? So in this article itself, you will find the link, sign up to create your Amazon SES account. And creating an Amazon AWS account is like creating your Facebook account, right? Or creating any account, right? So just gotta open this, right? Now over here on the sign up page, it's gonna ask you for an email and just put any name, right? So put an email, put a name and click on verify email address. And then it's gonna ask you further questions like your phone number, your billing information, which means it's also gonna ask you for a credit card, but guess what? You're not gonna pay for it, right? So it's gonna ask you for your credit card so that it can bill you later once you have used their service. Keep that in mind. You're not gonna pay anything. Amazon SES, AWS is one of the most trusted website being used by the top companies like Netflix. So you can definitely trust this company and put your credit card over here. They're not gonna charge you until you have used their service, right? So yeah, just create your AWS account. What you can do right now is just pause this video and go ahead and create your AWS account, right? Because I want you to follow along with me so that I have your AWS account ready, up and running. Don't be so lazy over here, right? So pause this video and come back. Okay, once you have created your AWS account, now the next thing we need to do is verify your domain inside Amazon SES, right? So we need to use a domain that has the authority and a reputation so that we can get the approval from SES. You can't just use any domain because you might have multiple businesses and you might be using one additional domain just to promote your services through a landing page, right? But that might be a one-pager website. What we need is a proper website. Let me just show you an example. So here's a client who recently got approval from Amazon SES. You just need a website where you have about us, your privacy policy and all that kind of stuff, right? Just a basic website is what you need. And you need to have in that website, you need to have one form just like this so that we can tell Amazon SES that, hey, look, the emails that we are going to send using Amazon SES, we have collected them by permission. If Amazon SES by any chance got to know that you're going to spam with their server, right? They're going to reject your application. So you want to make sure that you have a form inside your website so that you can request for Amazon SES approval. Now, the best part is that this form can be created using SendMails.io, right? So all you need to do is just create a form inside SendMails and put it over here if you want to use our form. Otherwise, if you already have a form, not a problem. Just use that form, put it on your website so that we can tell Amazon SES, hey, look, we are collecting emails with users' permission. By the way, just to quickly show you, how do you create your form? So to create your form, what you need to do is go to list and click on this forms. This is where you're not going to create forms, but you're going to create pop-up. By the way, there's a step-by-step tutorial on how to create a pop-up, but we have already created a pop-up and you can put this pop-up inside your website so that we can tell Amazon, hey, look, we are using pop-ups to collect the information. Or else you can go to list Like I've created the list already over here, and you can choose this thing called as embedded form, right? So we are going to give you the source code of the form. You can copy this source code and put it inside your website so that you can show Amazon SES. Otherwise, if you already have a form inside your website, you're good to go. Not a problem, right? But you need to have one form in your website. And basic links like about us, privacy policy, like these kind of things, so that you look legit when you're applying for Amazon SES. So once you have taken that domain, we are going to request for Amazon SES. But remember, you need approval for one of your domain, and then you can add as many domain as you want later, right? That's the beauty. You just need approval for your very first domain, and then you don't have to do all of this for the next domain that you're going to connect, right? So now, like, you might be asking question, hey Anant, I don't want to use this domain. I want to use another website. I want to use another domain for the approval. Guess what? You can use the other domain. But what I'm trying to tell you is that you need approval for this domain. Once you get the approval for this domain, you go ahead and connect the other domain, because for the other domain, you don't need to ask for the approval. So what I'm trying to emphasize is that use your very first and best website that you have for the approval. Once you get the approval, you can add as many domain as you want, right? I hope that's clear, right? Now, how do we add the domain? So to add the domain, first of all, in this guide itself, I have a step-by-step tutorial. I have a documentation on how exactly you do it. So if you don't want me to explain in this video, you can pause it, watch this video, and get the understanding on how to verify your domain, and you can skip to the next timestamp. If you've already done that, again, go ahead and skip to the next timestamp, because you don't have to do it. But if you want me to show you how to verify your domain, just stick to what I'm showing you right now. But guess what? If there's anything that I missed while recording this video, you have a much better detailed video that I've recorded over here, right? So now, like I said, you're going to use your best domain to request for the Amazon SES approval. Now what you need to do is open your DNS zone editor. It's also known as domain panel. There are plenty of names, but basically if you own a domain, you're going to see something like this where you can add more records. It looks like this, right? Where you can add a record, MX record, CNAME record. If you don't know how to find your DNS zone editor, just put your company's name. Let's say you're using GoDaddy, and type DNS zone editor, and you will definitely find an article or a video. Find your DNS zone editor, right? So pretty much all the DNS zone editors are the same. They have just a little bit of difference in terms of the interface, but they work exactly like same, right? Every DNS zone editor has the same feature where you can add a record, MX record, CNAME record, and all sort of things, right? So just open your DNS zone editor, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this domain, which I'm going to use to get the approval in Amazon SES. So the moment you have created an AWS account, it's going to look like this, right? Now over here, you need to search for SES, which is going to show you an option, Amazon Simple Email Service. So just open that, and now you go to identities. And now, like I said, I have most of my businesses verified inside Amazon SES. I'm using Amazon SES purely for sending emails, right? So what you want to do over here, your screen is going to be completely blank because you have not verified any domain. So the very first domain you're going to pick over here is going to be your best domain, and click on create identity, click on domain, and paste your domain over here. I hope that's clear. You can just pause the video, do the same thing, and come back, right? So put your domain over here, click on use a custom from domain. Now let's not get into the technicalities of what I'm doing. If you want to go very much in depth about what I'm doing, then you can follow this video, how to verify a sending domain in SendMails.io, but it really doesn't matter, right? Because you just need to do it for once, and then you're all good, right? So just check this, use a custom from domain, type SES. Now click on the advanced DKIM settings and click on easy DKIM, and then click on RSA 1024 bit. That's it. Click on create identity. So the moment you do that, okay, I think I missed something. I need to choose 2048 bit. Let me try again. Okay, so the problem is that this domain is already verified. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another domain. So I'm going to take this domain. I'm going to do the same. So I'll copy this. I'm going to paste this, right? We'll stick back to 1024 and create identity. Let's see if, and that's it, right? So your domain is now added, right? So we have b2bmarketingblueprint.com as a domain, which we have added over here. Now what we need to do is we need to verify that we own this domain, right? So to verify that we own this domain, Amazon SES is going to give you 3 CNAME record and 2 records. One is MX and one is TXT record, which you need to go and add inside your DNS zone editor. So your DNS zone editor looks like this, right? So now let me just come and add these CNAME record. Now, most of you make a mistake over here while copying your CNAME record. So when you're copying your CNAME record over here, you only need to copy it till domain key. Let me just zoom in so that you can see that clearly. So you don't need to copy this part, your domain, right? So your domain is over here, b2bmarketingblueprint.com. You don't need to copy this part. Everything that comes before the dot is what you need to copy. So I'm going to copy this, right? And add a CNAME record, right? And now over here, the value, I can copy the entire value. So no need to just copy the selected value. I'm going to copy everything, right? Everything. So just click on this button, it'll copy everything for you and target. That's it. Now that's the exact same thing you have to repeat for all the other records. Copy till domain key, not your entire domain. Please don't make that mistake. Copy till domain key, paste over here, go back, copy the value, paste over here, add record. Let's do it one last time. Copy till domain key, go back, CNAME record, and copy the value, paste it over here. That's it, right? So you have added your CNAME records. Now coming back, we need to add the MX record. So we just need to copy this part. We need to exclude the domain. So we're going to copy the SES. And this time it's going to be MX. How do I know MX? Because it's written type as MX. So MX, put the name as SES. Over here, we are getting 2 values. One is 10 and one is feedback, right? So 10, we are going to copy and put it in the priority, which is already there, right? So the rest is feedback, which we're going to copy from here and paste it over here. That's it. Go back. Just follow along with what I'm doing. You don't need to understand what exactly I'm doing, right? Come back. We're going to choose TXT record. How do I know TXT record? Because it's written over here, TXT, copy, paste over here, and then copy the value. Again, you don't need to understand what I'm doing. Just follow me, what exactly I'm doing over here. That's it, right? And the moment you add all your records and you request for verification, is going to tell you that your domain is verified. Now remember this, your domain is not going to immediately verify. Depending on your domain provider, it might take up to 24 hours or even more, right? But in my case, since I'm using Hostinger, it takes less than 5 to 10 minutes to get the domain verification. So if your domain is not verified, don't panic. Come back tomorrow and you can, continue from here. But just wait for 5 minutes. Maybe you can pause the video, get some popcorn, and wait for 5 minutes until your domain is verified. So how do I, check whether my domain is verified or not? What you need to do is refresh the page. That's it. And and guess what? We are verified, right? So the very first thing, the very first checklist is done. We have verified the domain, right? Now the next thing what we need to do is we have to, let me just go back here. So the next thing we have to do is we have to request for the production access, right? So to request for the production access, again, you can see the step-by-step, option to, follow along. But since my domain, my SES account is already approved, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change my region so that you can see how exactly does it look when your domain is not verified. Again, this is the video that you can follow to request for Amazon SES approval, which is also over here, right? So over here you can see I already have a production access in this region as well. So I'm going to take another region where I don't have the production access. So over here, I don't have a production access, so I need to request for the production access. So this is what I'm talking about, right? So to request for a production access, you need to click on Get Setup and you need to click on Request Production Access, and it's going to open a pop-up. Now, this is not that complicated to do, but the only trick over here is to send the right message to Amazon SES so that they give you the approval. Right, this is the very important thing for you, because your application might get rejected, your application might need more further questions, right? So now, to get the approval from Amazon SES, what you need to make sure is you're using your best domain, like I said earlier, and you need to have one form where you can tell Amazon SES that I'm collecting all these emails with my user's permission. Now we've already applied for SES access for this company. So I'm going to show you what exactly we did when we applied for it. So I have a screenshot where you can see this is what we wrote for them. I run a blog dedicated to volleyball sports. I'm in the process of using Amazon SES to send out top post of week for those who subscribe for updates via the email opt-in form on my website, right? And what we chose as an option is a transactional, and we gave this domain, right? So to replicate this part of the message goes over here. Let me come back. This part of the message goes over here. So type your message, right? Type your use case over here and choose transactional and put the domain, right? So the domain was volleyballtours.com. So I'm going to put this. This is where you're going to put your message. This is where you're going to put your email. So for example, anant@test.com, and then I'm going to submit a request. Now, when it comes to the message, this is the most important part. The moment you request for the approval, you can see over here, they ask you for further questions, right? So over here, they asked us further question. Now, they might not immediately ask for these questions, right? So what I'm going to do right now is put my message like this. You have to draft your message like this. I run a blog dedicated to blah, 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 right? I'm going to put a link where I have this mentioned in a doc so that you can change and, customize it for your business. But make sure that you don't look spammy. You're not spamming. You're telling, the user, you're telling Amazon SES team that, hey, look, I'm collecting emails with permission, right? And I'm going to put the link of this, text in the description below. All right. So just make sure you customize and you request for the production access. And within 24 hours, you will get a revert back from Amazon SES that, hey, we might need more information. Or you simply get the access. There are two options over here. They might immediately give you the access, or they might ask you for the further question. So I want to make sure that you're prepared for the further question that they will ask. So over here, you can see they asked us, further question. Please tell us how you're going to use it so that we know that you're not going to spam, right? So over here, you can see this is what we have replied. As I've already mentioned the use case, but I'm sharing all the details once again. I have a volleyball blogging site. I'm planning to use Amazon SES to send the top post of the week to those who subscribe for our newsletter through the email opt-in form on my website. In the end of my website pages, I have put up an email opt-in form for readers to subscribe to my newsletter. Plus, I use a double opt-in method. That means that visitors sign up to collect only valid user. Look how we are trying to convince Amazon SEs that we are making sure that we are not going to spam using your SMTP server. I'm going to put this text as well, below, but make sure to customize it. Don't use the same exact template. At the moment, we have a list of 195 subscribers. I will be sending emails once every week. So on the weekend, the total 6 times a month. I have placed Amazon SNS to manage. Again, you don't need to get into technicalities, but you can definitely mention this. SNS to manage bounces and complaints. I also use a CRM, SendMails.io, which uses SNS to track invalid emails and automatically mark them as bounce. SendMails will then instantly exclude these emails from future campaigns. In every email I send, I include an unsubscribe button, which is very important. Subscribers can click on the button at any time to unsubscribe. It's a one-click process, after which the SendMails.io plugin takes over, removing the subscriber email from our list forever. That's what you need to, tell them. You need to tell them that you have double opt-in in place. You have, you're taking care of email bounces. You're not sending emails to spam, right? So I'm going to put this text below in the description. Just make sure you customize it, right? Don't put exactly the same thing when you're, replying back to SES. And guess what? You will get the approval from Amazon SES, right? That's what we need, right? Now, once you got the approval from Amazon SES, the next thing we need to do is connect Amazon SES API with SendMails.io, right? So to connect Amazon SES with SendMails.io, you need to follow these steps, which you can see over here, right? Let me just show you how exactly we do this. Otherwise, you can always come here and follow this video to learn how to set up your AWS API. So now I'm going to go back to one of my account which is already approved, and I'm going to create a AWS API, right? So I'm back to my Ohio account, and now here what we need to do is we need to search for IAM, right? So I'm going to follow the exact same step over here, right? Search for IAM. And click on the users options that you see over here. You can click over here, right? So it's going to quickly take you over there. Otherwise, if you don't go to users immediately, you can always come back here and you can click on users. Now click on create user, and this is where you're going to put your name. Just put anything. You can put SendMails SES credential, right? Now click next. And now over here, you need to attach the policies, right? So there are 3 policies that you'll have to attach. So what you can do is you can just, type the same exact thing without any spaces. Amazon SES full access, Amazon SNS full access, and IAM read only access. So I'm going to type this SES full access, okay? Amazon SES full access without any spaces. SNS full access without any spaces. And IAM read-only access without any spaces. That's it. I've checked all 3 of them. Let me just delete everything. So all 3 of them are checked. You can see permission policies are 3. I click on next. I click on create user. That's it. Now I need to go to my SendMails new credential that I just created. So I think the one which I just created is this one, SCS credential. Now what I need to do is I need to create the security credential, which I can create from here. So go here, go to access keys, click on create access key, choose others, go next, skip that, and you're going to get your access key and your secret access key. That's exactly what you need to put it inside SendMails.io. So I'm going to go over here, go to sending server. And here you can see I've already connected my sending server, but now I'm going to click on Okay, I'm just gonna close this. AWS API. I'm gonna click on this, choose, and I'm just gonna copy the access key over here. So the access key is over here. So let me just copy the access key, paste over here. Second, I'm gonna copy this, paste over here. Now choose the region. Now you might forget about your region, so what you need to find your region is just go back to SES and check over here on the top, right? So for me it's Ohio East 2, so I'm going to select that and save it, and that's it. You have successfully set up your SendMails account and connected Amazon SES. In this video, what we did is we created your SES account, we requested for SES approval, and we created an API key so that we could connect with SendMails, and you will get the access like this, right? So you will see all the domains which are verified over here, right? And now we can start using these domains to launch our campaign, right? Now, to learn how to import your contact list or to launch your campaign, you need to go and follow the videos over here in our YouTube channel so that you can import your contact list and you can launch your campaign, right? So I'm going to put the exact link of those videos where you can import the contact list and launch your very first campaign, right? And if you have any further question, you can always check out other videos. You can raise a support ticket by going to support.sendmails.io, or you can get help from the community, right? If you have any further question, drop it down in the comment below. I'll be happy to help you out. I hope I was able to help you set up your SendMails account. If you just follow what I just told you in this video, I can guarantee you that you will have your Amazon SES access and you'll be able to launch your SendMails account very quickly. All right, that's it for this video. If you have any question, drop it down in the comment below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.